Alright, so I've been meaning to make a video on UUP dump. I've been using it for a few years now, just because it's definitely the cleanest way to get the most up-to-date Windows ISO, and you can also do some extra tweaks to clean it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna show Windows 11 just because I don't really see any use in installing 10 anymore. So if we click on Windows 11 here, you'll have a few options. For right now, we're just going to avoid any like beta or dev builds. Those are just going to be unstable, and um, obviously we don't want that. So we're just going to go 24H2 because it's the newest right now. Um, you can go with the newest cumulative update, or you can just go like one before the newest cumulative update. Um, so I'm actually going to go with this one, and then we'll just hit next here. We don't have to change anything. And then we're just going to leave Pro here and then convert it later. So you want to check the add additional additions, and then check these to add the latest Windows update, and then the component cleanup will make the ISO and also just the install size a lot smaller. And then we need a net 3.5 just because for whatever reason Windows doesn't include it by default. So we'll do that. And then we'll uncheck all these except for enterprise IoT. So we'll do that, and it's going to download a zip. Alright, so once you've downloaded the zip and extract it somewhere, you're going to want to make sure that the drive that you extract it to has a good bit of storage, because this process is going to take up a few gigabytes, so you don't want to be like almost out of space, or else it's going to fuck it up. So before we create the ISO, we're going to do a couple customization steps. So if we come into the custom apps list, here's just going to have a list of store apps that you can exclude. It does this in a very clean way because it's actually adding the ones that you choose and not removing them from the ISO. So it's definitely the cleanest way to do it rather than like something like NT Lite that's stripping it out. So I'm just gonna go through here real fast and remove the like hashtag in front of the ones that we do want. It's not gonna be too many. So like these that it already has uncommented, then you know you can remove security health, or after you make the ISO, you can just run it through my strip defender, and that will do the same thing. But yeah, so we're just gonna leave most of these. We're gonna get photos. We're gonna get Notepad. We'll get Paint and Terminal because it's not bloat. All of these other ones, I'm gonna leave Xbox out. Obviously, if you use that, you can include it. So yeah, once you've gone through and picked the ones that you want, for me, I'm just gonna do the store, the Defender app, and then Terminal, Paint, Notepad, Photos, just the standard ones, and leave out all this other crap. So we're gonna save that. And then to activate that, we need to change some settings in the INI. So the first one, we're gonna enable the reset base. This is also gonna make the ISO and the install a lot smaller. We're gonna do skip edge just to not have that. And then we're gonna disable the auto upgrading so it doesn't, try to update you to, let's say, like 25H2 or whatever. And then we want to make sure, since we changed the custom apps list, we want to enable the custom list here. And then that's it for that. So once you've done that, you can just run the batch script, and this will create the ISO, do everything for you. This can take some time, so just leave it running and come back to it after a little bit. Alright, so once it's done, you'll have an ISO here. You don't need any of the other files, so you can just clean that up, and just left with the ISO. So I'm gonna install it on my virtual machine and just kind of show the final product. But that's pretty much it. Okay, so a quick tip. Since we chose to use Enterprise, it allows us to do a domain join instead, which is the local admin account. So if you just do that, you can make you can skip the Microsoft account. Um, on a normal Pro install, you'll have two options. It'll say set up for personal use or set up for like work and school or something like that. Um, if you click that bottom one that says set up for work or school, you'll have that domain join instead option as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind since uh, I'm pretty sure the newest builds don't have the bypass NRO script anymore, so it's kind of annoying to add the registry key manually. Obviously, if you use Rufus, you can just choose that option there, and you don't have to worry about that. All right, so here we are. We just check the version, Enterprise, latest build. You'll notice the start menu still has all this crap. Um, it's not actually installed, but if you click on these, it'll start installing them. So you can obviously use Zoicware to clean up these, or you can do it yourself. Doesn't matter. But if we go to installed apps, you'll see what's really installed. So um, OneDrive's left in there. I wish they would have that in the config. That would be cool. But yeah, you can see it's super minimal. It doesn't have all the normal pre-installed stuff. And the other good thing about enterprise builds, LTSC, and server, the allowed telemetry group policy tweak actually works. It doesn't on Pro. You can still apply it, but it's not gonna actually disable the telemetry. Um, you'll have to do more stuff. But anyways, so yeah, that's how you install it. If we do check for updates, it might have that cumulative. Yeah, so like just some updates for Defender, but that's about it. Okay, so one thing I forgot to show, um, doing those options to make the install size smaller really does make a difference. So this is just regular stock Windows 11 Pro, and you can see used space is 22 gigabytes, and then on the UUP version it's only 10. So you can see it makes the C drive a lot smaller. So that's pretty nice.